Alright, I wanted to show you a project that I did, and basically what I did was these two raised boxes. They were made actually out of fence panels. They were left over from a job. Hopefully y'all can hear me because the wind's blowing, but anyway, they were left over from a job that we did, and so what I ended up doing was cutting them down. And also, well, in creating these boxes, I'll explain that in a minute. I didn't get pictures of the making of them, but I wanted to still share it anyway because it kind of goes along with the recycling. I know I've been talking a lot about that, and that's just because it's been on the brain. But anyway, anything that I do talk about usually with recycling is either something that is for a useful purpose or possibly somehow related to gardening, which is the main idea of all my videos. But anyway, also these two trellises that are on top, these are actually pear tree branches. And what happened with them is my sister-in-law, they had pruned their pear trees and threw them in the trash. Well, these pear branches were so perfectly straight that I saved lots of them, and I used them for stakes. I used them with my potatoes, to hold the wire cages closed. I made these trellises out of them, and then I just wanted to kind of show you. It's just, a little tripod. Now, granted, and then it goes all the way up, and it has, it's all tied together. Now, granted, when I made these, the branches were still wet, and so what has actually happened, is when they dried, they shrank up, and of course, this trellis got a little bit weaker. But, so rule of thumb, if you're going to use them, let them dry out. But, another thing is this one over here has kind of collapsed a little, but it served its purpose for the season. But back to these boxes, what I did, I'll just kind of show you, is I cut these, and I think it was like 28 inches. And if you can envision a fence post, basically it's got 3 rows of nails, and these boards were just cut out in between where it was already nailed, and then the boards that's on the back of the fence post, they were reused here as well to make the corners to form it together. And that's all I did, was I just cut out all the wood, and then just formed my box. It doesn't have a bottom, but I did line it with newspaper, and then I had this landscaping fabric that was actually left over from last year's garden that was out in the field, and I just ripped it up and threw it in a storage spot, and then reused it here. And then I don't know if you can see too good, I'll try to put you guys in here, but these are, I don't know if you can see that very good, but those are like little thumbtacks, and I just use those to hold up the landscaping fabric, and of course I just wrapped it around. And anyway, it worked out pretty good. It's been a fun project. This is asparagus that I've got growing underneath the trellis, and then the trellis, it looks really kind of rough, the plant that's on it. It's because it's fall, everything's kind of, or it's getting ready to go into fall. Everything's dying back, but that was a cantaloupe that was growing, and this also is a cantaloupe, which continued to grow up onto my fascia and my gutters. So anyway, sorry about the plane going over, but these are really cool raised bed boxes used out of all recycled material. Even the copper wire, I don't know if you guys can see, that ties them together, again, was a recycled product. What had happened was, actually my office had burnt down, and I had asked the owner if I could go in and salvage all the wire, because the office burnt down and it was already, the plastic was already burnt from it, so hey, why not? Anyway, I ended up getting a lot of it, so I just reused it to tie things together, as you can see here. But anyway, that's another fun gardening recycling project. And again, the biggest thing is the fence panels. A lot of people just throw sections away once they finish a fence, and these are treated wood, but take them, use them, and most of that panel would have gotten thrown in the trash, but we used most of it, and it was very minimal that got thrown in the trash. So and we actually turned it into a good looking project. So oh, one other thing, these slate right here, they were ripped up out of somebody else's patio. that was getting rid of it, and I got it for free. I got several truckloads of it. That's another project in the making, but still, you know, I'm all about free stuff, all about recycling. You know, and you can do a lot with stuff that most people would just throw away if you just have a little bit of creativity, imagination, whatever you want to call it. But that's it for today. Have a great one.